edited them.
Hey my beautiful crafters, so in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how I make this Walking Dead tumbler. You know, the Lucille bat from Walking Dead. I start by sanding down my tumbler and then spray painting it white. I'm using alcohol inks. This one is the Copic brand, but you can use whatever brand you have. Bear in mind that my colors are not the same as the base bat in the show because I don't have the color, but if you do then it's good for you. But basically I'm just using whatever wood like color I have. Also, the spray paint was a bad job, but it still works fine. So basically all you need to do is just put a little bit of alcohol ink and then brush it up and down. You're basically freestyling it, so it does not matter if it's nice or not. You can always go on top of it if you feel like it's a little bit messy. So this is how I make the knots. It may differ from yours, but this is how I do it. I basically just press my brush up and down and just keep on brushing it up and down while still pressing it, and it will make it really dark. And if you're still not happy with it, you can always add on the alcohol ink on top of the knots and then just keep doing it, and it will create this layer on top of the knots that you've already done. But also make sure that you didn't put too much alcohol ink. Only a drop would really make a huge difference. So I'm not really happy with this knot, and thus I am adding more depth and layers. So pressing it up and down and bouncing it at the same exact place will really make it look like there's layers. And then just add a drop of alcohol ink and keep doing it. Really, it really will create the knots for you. And that's how it looks like. And then I randomly make a couple of knots here and there so that it looks, I don't know, I kind of enjoy doing the knots, so I did like around 3 or 4 if I'm not mistaken. And then this one is the larger kind of knots, but the process is really the same. You just have to make it slightly longer, and you just have to brush it up and down more vigorous. And then just continue with the rest of the cups. I'm just going to fast forward this part. And this is how it looks like. I mean, it's a little bit messy here and there, slightly too dark, and possibly too many knots, but I kind of just went with it. And since this is not an order, so I am just going to leave it this way. So I saw a YouTube video. They used this barbed wire from Amazon, so I bought it and I tried it on, but I didn't really glue it on because I wanted to see how it looks like. And to me it looks a little bit shoelacy, so a little bit too bulky, so I didn't quite like how it looks like, and I didn't like the bluish tone. I mean, it really looks like a barbed wire, but I just thought I wanted to do it differently. And thus I went on a search. I bought a couple of things like a necklace, leathers, and soft clays, and this paper, and I decided to go with this paper, twisted paper thingy. And all I did was to twist the papers together and then what I didn't show in this video is that I apply a lot of glue onto the paper and then I twist it, and I also secure it with paper clip, and then I let it rest. So basically when it's dried, it will still be twisted. And this is how it looks like when it's dried. And then I take another string and then I start to do one knot, and then I cut it and I do another knot on top of the previous knot, and thus making it look like a barbed wire-ish. And also cut the edges on a slant so that it is sharp looking. So after all that, it kind of looked very white, and thus I decided to use Crystalac silver mica and just paint it generously onto the self-made barbed wire. Once that's dry, I assemble it on the tumbler itself. So I'm using glitter glue for this, and I am putting it together, and then I'm also using a paper clip so that it will help me hold. Continue wrapping the string around the tumbler. And this is how it looks like. This is only with glitter glue, and then my husband said that it didn't look like a barbed wire because it's too silvery white, and thus I decided to add a little bit of grayish hues onto my wire. And I'm using alcohol ink, I think it's light gray. Sorry, it's a warm grey from Copic. And even after all that, my husband says that it needs to look a little bit more coppery, rusty looking. So I added piñata copper. And to secure it further, I'm using liquid infusion. I mean, I'm not sure if this is a necessary step, but I decided to just use it because I realized that the papers are not like 100% flat onto the tumbler, and there's still holes here and there due to it being a little bit bulkier. Liquid Fusion dries clear, so it looks good in the end. And then I applied my vinyls and a lot of Brite tone so that it is very secure. So that's it guys. If you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and also press the notification bell. See you guys on the next video. Bye!